Our next story is about two leaders, Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky. One is a reality TV star turned US president. The other is a comedian turned wartime leader. Put the two together and what do you get? Drama. You may remember Trump scolding Zelensky at the White House. This was in February. They're now trading barbs again, this time over Crimea. Trump wants Ukraine to recognize Crimea as Russian territory. He believes this will end the war sooner. Zelensky says Crimea is a part of Ukraine and Kyiv will not negotiate. Now Trump has hit back. The US president says Russia is easier to deal with and Zelensky has no cards to play. This clash is bigger than two men. Our next report has more.
Where do you go when you're craving some drama? Is it Netflix, YouTube, or your office cooler? But how about the White House? Has the U.S. president's residence ever crossed your mind? Donald Trump's return to the Oval Office has been nothing but a roller coaster ride. And one leader who wasn't ready for it was Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. You may remember what happened on February 28th. Zelensky visited the White House. What was meant to be a meeting to boost U.S.-Ukraine ties turned into a shouting match. Trump accused Zelensky of deliberately refusing a peace deal, wishing for the war to continue. Zelensky tried to put his point across, but he was cut short by the U.S. president and his vice president.
You don't have the cards right now.
A month later, ties began normalizing. The Trump administration increased talks with their Ukrainian counterparts. Both sides are making progress, until last night when Trump lashed out at Zelensky again. The U.S. president took to Truth Social. He wrote, and I paraphrase, Zelensky should accept that Crimea is Russian territory. This will end the war faster because Zelensky is the man who has no cards to play. Trump also said that it was easier to deal with Russia than it was to deal with Zelensky. So Trump is openly chiding Zelensky. He says Zelensky could have made a deal and stopped the war. His includes accepting that Crimea is part of Russia. But this time Zelensky has hit back, firmly and publicly.
Ukraine does not legally recognize the occupation of Crimea. There's nothing to talk about. This is beyond our constitution. It's our territory, the territory of the people of Ukraine.
The Trump administration was quick to retaliate.
The president's frustrated. His patience is running very thin. He wants to do what's right for the world. He wants to see peace. He wants to see the killing stopped. But you need both sides of the war willing to do that. And unfortunately, President Zelensky seems to be moving in the wrong direction.
The clash between Trump and Zelensky may seem personal, but its impact is global. This is not about Crimea. It is about power, pride, and priorities. Trump wants a quick win, something he had promised Americans. This requires Russia and Ukraine to agree to a ceasefire. But Zelensky is fighting for survival. He wants to go down as the hero of Ukraine, who did everything for his country. But do you know who benefits? Russia. President Vladimir Putin is seeing these spats and smiling. He is looking to cash in on the divisions by launching more attacks. Only this time, Trump has called out the Russian president. Trump wrote on his Truth Social, I'm not happy with Russia. Vladimir, stop. So after claiming it was easier to deal with Putin rather than Zelensky, Trump has issued a rare criticism of the Russian president. So it's not just the war in Ukraine that's dragging on. Looks like the drama between Trump, Zelensky, Putin is also far from over.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.